Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the CodersArts. So, today we are going to talk or we are going to showcasing a project, news projects. So, that will one of our team member will explain about what are the projects problem statement and what are the he have built on it. Okay, so in today we have our one team member, that is Ganesh. Okay, so he will explain throughout this video. Okay, so hi Ganesh. So now you can explain what are the project about and what we have built, and then we can go with the code walkthrough and the details of the project. Okay, so first brief, what was your project you built, and now what are the project you are going to explain in this video. Okay,
So
so
the
it's
project was about the identifying the disease related to the age. So with
Mhm.
increasing age, if the disease increases or not. So there are three types of diseases, and
Mhm.
we have to uh, classify those diseases based on the data set that is provided. So
Okay.
those three diseases are labeled as one, and the if someone does not have a disease, then it will be labeled as zero. And so we are provided with a data set which is an imbalanced data set, and
Mhm.
we have to identify that which person is most likely to have a disease or which is not. So this is about the
Okay.
project.
Okay, so it basically disease predictions or maybe anything else is the correct title of the project. What should be title of the project? Disease predictions using machine learning or Python? What should be?
The the classification of diseases using machine learning.
Okay, okay. Classification of disease using machine learning, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Fine. So, anything more details you want to share, or maybe you can present a screen, or you can explain what are the data set you are using. Okay, what are the different algorithm you are using. So either you can directly present your screen, and explain the code, or not code. What are the complete flow? What are the data set you have used?
Okay, so the data set is provided by an organization called ICR, which is
Hmm.
related to the medical field, and it has provided to identify that if this with age the disease the age related diseases basically
Okay.
to
Hmm.
classify the age related diseases. So has
Hmm.
given the data set with more than 500 instances,
Hmm.
and there's a huge data imbalance in the data set. So we have to make sure to get the accurate result because there are more people with the less diseases, and there are there are more people with the sorry there are people there are less people with the diseases, and there are more people with more diseases. So there's a huge data imbalance, and sometimes many of the data points are collapsed with each other. So we have to make sure that we can get the accurate result.
Okay.
And we have
Okay.
used
Okay.
the XGBoost algorithm to classify this thing. We have used the ensemble model, where we have used two XGBoost algorithms to get the accurate prediction.
Okay, 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 perfect. So present your screen and okay, and then explain
Okay.
how you have implemented this, and so we'll talk a little bit more about the code part.
So this is the code. First, we have import the
Just
libraries.
wait a second. I still you haven't presented a screen.
Okay.
There might be one share button. Okay.
Okay. So this is a code. First, we have import the libraries
Hmm.
that are required.
Okay,
The
okay,
NumPy,
okay. Just hold a
Lambda.
second. So just hold a second. Go one by one. Like first, start with the what are the important library and important. So is there problem statement in this notebook? So here this is a notebook file or Google Colab basically, right?
It is a The problem statement is not there in this notebook, but the problem statement is that we have to identify the age-related diseases which
Okay.
people have on it or not. There are three types of
Hmm.
diseases which is associated with which is labeled as one, and there is a zero label which means that there is no disease present.
Hmm.
And
Okay,
then this
okay.
is the libraries.
Yeah, yeah, I got it. So basically, we have to classify these, those uh, diseases, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
So
start with like what are the different important library I use, and then we can go within a algorithm. So first,
these are the libraries
brief
that
about what are the. Mhm.
these are the libraries that we have used. The imported libraries are NumPy, the random library, and
Mhm.
to generate the random numbers. Then there is a Pandas
Mhm.
library to import to manipulate your data set. Then there is a scikit-learn library for the machine learning pre-processing and model
Mhm.
training. Then we have IMB-learn library to handle the data imbalance. And then we have XGBoost library to
Mhm.
train the model. And then we have some other libraries too, like standard scalar library to scaling the features. Then
Mhm.
we have some other libraries that we have not used, but we have used while
Mhm.
testing those libraries, the feature of those libraries.
Mhm.
And then there is this function that we have defined here. It is used to fill the null values according to the labels. First, we will find the
Okay,
median
okay, okay,
values.
Ganesh, just hold us. Go one by one. So first step was importing all the library, right? So where you have uploaded the data, like before writing any function or code. So can you show where the data loading part? So and which data you have used?
Okay, so this is the data loading part.
Yeah. So first go with there because after data loading, then you are going to call those function, right?
Yes,
We are talking about.
yes. So
Yeah.
here
So
we have,
first explain about.
so here we have,
Yes, yes, go ahead.
here we have loaded data set. First one is train data set. Second one is test data set. Then here is sample, that how the sample should be like, find a solution. And then there is this library, this additional library, which is that we can use or we cannot use, but we have used in this project. So after that, after importing the dataset, we have then used this code to uh, to uh, to systemize the column names if they have any spaces between the in their head and tail. So we to remove that we have used this code.
Hmm.
Then we have uh, display the dataset. How is it? And all these columns are anonymous. The company has done
Hmm.
this so that the data should not leak. And then
Hmm.
this is a test dataset. And in this 10 dataset, there is a labels like 1 and 0. 1 is for if the person has
Hmm.
disease, or 0 if the person does not have a disease. But in test dataset, it does not contain any label. So we have to classify this test table. Currently it is 0, so we will, in this test data that is provided has all the features as 0. So we cannot use this for classification. So what we will do is to use the 10 dataset and then split into test and 10 and then perform the classification on that. And after that, we will create
Hmm.
this folder name models, then models. So here is a helper method, which is actually a class, and this class call this method create folder. So which that we have defined here,
Hmm.
the helper methods class, and it has this two methods. First one is the create folder that we create the folder, and the
What
second
is
one is to
and
delete.
okay, so and what is use of that? So
So
why
we are
were you
using this
using
class
that
to
one?
create the folder and to delete the files in the folder. We have defined this.
Okay, so local
Yes, sir.
this will create local
Yes.
directory, right? Or folder you're talking about.
And this will create
Okay,
this create folder
okay,
will
okay.
create a local directory in the current working directory, and then this is
Hmm.
this method will delete the files inside the folder. So we have
Hmm. Okay.
first use this folder path models. So because we want to create this folder name models, and then we will call this method to create that model, and
Hmm.
it means the models directory has been created, and then there is this piece of code which is used to encode the variable. So there are string variables. So we have to encode them into numeric because the machine learning model only understand the numeric digits. So we have used this to encode the string into uh, numerical numerical value. So and then we have performed these impute missing
Hmm.
values. So based on the labels, we have performed the imputations to fill the null values. In other words, so first we have find the median value of all the features with their corresponding labels, and then based on those median values for each label, we have filled the null values And then
Hmm.
there is this notebook environment which has this class model path, which is models. So we will use this reference in the code that we are going to uh, that we will analyze in the future. So this is the XGBoost class classifier with scalar. So this is the class that we have defined. In this we have a
Okay, okay. So you have implemented this XGBoost from the scratch, or maybe you are using sklearn or
this is
already
not a scratch model,
implemented
but I have
model.
so what I did was but I have created this class which will perform the scaling and then training the XGBoost classifier. This is a built-in classifier. So this class will first perform this standard
Okay.
scaling and then
Mm-hmm.
it will then perform train the model,
Mm-hmm.
and while through this function fit, first it will scale the features and then it will perform the training, and then after the training it will perform the predict function to predict the to classify the test data set and perform the classification of the data set, and then we will perform it. But before that, it is also perform the scaling, and then it has performed the classification here. And then we have assemble model to combine the
Mm-hmm.
two or one or two
Okay.
models, two or more models
Mm-hmm.
together to get a more accurate result. So here we have used the passed the
Mm-hmm.
model XGBoost with different arguments, and then we have passed the second XGBoost model
Mm-hmm.
with a single argument. So there are two models which will work together, and then here's a fit model
Mm-hmm.
for this assemble model, which will then train the model.
Okay, okay, got it. So
Okay,
we do not have to go
so
in depth because it will take more time. So just
okay,
uh,
so for the
only discuss the
metric for
what
the
are the
metric
logical
function, we have
things
used
needed.
balanced log
Okay.
log. Like there are many metrics, the F1 metric and accuracy metric. We have used balanced log
Hmm.
metrics, and then we have a binary model trainer because the dataset is binary. So I've created this model to train the
Hmm.
binary model, and it will use the K4 validation techniques because the dataset is, and we want to also see that how the K4 validation will work on the dataset. So we have created this, and then if the loss is less than 0.1, we will save the model. So it will run for five. We have used K for five, so it will create the five models, and then here is a recursive feature
Hmm.
elimination, which will eliminate the features if they are not important. And then we have a feature analyzer. It will
Hmm.
based on the feature that is provided, it will then
Hmm.
find the accuracy and provide best features. Which features will provide the best accuracy, and then there is this model. There's a data
Hmm.
set which we have converted to feature by converting it to ordinal value, and then we have performed this as
Hmm.
there is no when
Hmm.
as we have done the same
Hmm.
for the test data set, and then there is a label in we have performed the label encoding to the alpha data set. It is in the string,
Hmm.
so we have performed the label encoding to it. Then this is a
Hmm.
then we have actually initialized a class object for recursive
Hmm.
feature elimination. We have provided it the data with the data set and the labels, which is present in the Greek folder,
Hmm.
and then we have
Hmm.
plot after training it. We have got this plot that which features are important. The highest the part, the important the feature is. So the feature name du is important here, and then based on this feature, we have performed
Hmm.
this to find. So these are all the features that were present in the dataset, and then to eliminate the feature which are not important, we have performed this. So it will get us the best feature, and the best feature is uh, to du. So it has given us accuracy 99% in this case, and then we have this. Then we
Hmm.
replace the features with the important feature that we have got here. So this is what the best feature is, and then we have provided it with the labels also, and then we then find the distribution of the labels. Then there are 509 instances for the zero levels, and there are 108 instances for the one level, and then we split the data set into train and test. Then after that, we perform the uh, oversampling to balance the data set. So we get now the 407 for and 407 for the training set, both the levels for the training set, and then we perform the train the ensemble model, and then we find the accuracy which is 93%,
Hmm.
and then we perform the K4 binary model trainer which has the K4 validation techniques, and through that we get this loss of
Hmm.
0.08 approximately, and then we get the accuracy of 94%. Yes, sir.
Hmm. Okay. So all over. So completed. Okay. Okay. So
This is
where was the
classifying
like
part, sir.
resultant part? Like how we are classifying. So go to the resultant part. So this was for
In classification,
prediction,
we
right?
have 20.
So
In classification,
okay.
we have
So
got
in
94%
classification,
accuracy.
so yeah, but finally we are printing only. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, but where you're testing like
Okay, so
if you
this is what we have done
input
here.
any
So
value and
we
then we'll
perform
test.
the
Okay, so your
before we
model
do
is
oversampling, we have
correct
performed the train
or
and
not,
test
or
split.
how
So we
much
have divided
accurate.
the train data set into train and test split. So the train data set will be used as for the
Hmm.
training, and then test data set will be used for the testing. So here we have used train data set for training,
Hmm.
and here we have used the and then predictive function. Yes, here we have used the test
Hmm.
data set for predicting, for classifying, and then based on that we have to get the accuracy of the model.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm.
I have to set up.
Okay, so is this like is this currently running this code or maybe you have to make setup? Okay, 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 fine. Else, like suppose if you want to add any one input value, then you check what are the output they are giving. I just want to explore like that. So if you're not working, that is not any concern. Okay, so okay, so what are the so basically to explain like um, what are the most challenging part this project? First, explain what are the level like complexity of
This
this
can
project. This
be
is for beginner
done by
or
anyone, but this is
intermediate
mostly for
or advanced,
intermediate and
whoever
advanced
want
peoples
to build
basically.
such type of
But the
projects.
beginner can
So
try it to practice this shit on this data set, because the data set is highly balanced, and we have to, as this is a case of diseases, so we have to get the accurate result as much as possible.
mhm.
So the complexity is to the complexity so the complexity is to
Okay,
get the
okay.
accurate result as much as possible. But
So
it is a
this is for
highly balanced data
intermediate.
set. As you can see, there are
Mhm. Yes,
509
yes.
instances for the cases which has no diseases, and then there are only 108 instances which have diseases. Diseases. So it has become very so the model become biased. So we have to perform the oversampling, and then there are many
Mhm.
methods that we have to explore to get the much more accurate result than this 94%.
Okay, okay, okay. So fine. Can I just brief like
Yes, sir.
this project in five step? Like what are the different stages of this project? First part is importing the libraries, right? Second, maybe second step may be loading the data. So just explain what are the just as an overview I'm talking about, not depth coding. Just explain like first part is important. This is library, and these are then loading the
So
part.
the
Then it
complete overview of this
and
code is
training the data. So
that
in
first we
training
have
the
import the
data,
data,
what are the
import the
different
libraries,
algorithm we are
and then
used
we
to
have to
just give
import the data
to
set. Then we have performed the
complete overview of
post-processing
this.
part, like eliminating eliminating the features which are not
Hmm.
important, and then after that we have
Hmm.
performed the for training mode. Then we have split the data set into train and test, and then we have trained the
Hmm.
model, and then
Hmm.
after training we have also then get the accuracy, and then we have performed the K4 validation technique to see if the accuracy can be
Hmm.
increased, and then we have
Hmm.
performed that too, and then this is the result.
Hmm.
So we have used
Hmm.
the XGBoost algorithm, and there is then for this, and then that
Okay,
we
so
have used the
what are the
ensemble model, which uses two
algorithms or model you have used
algorithms
in this
with
one?
different arguments, and to get the accurate result.
Hmm.
So before that, I have used
Okay, so but
DT,
yeah, so
only single
to
algorithm
so
I
have
have
you
used
make
for
any
giving accuracy.
comparison of different algorithm, or
So I
only
have
we have
used
used one
few
algorithm?
algorithms to see if it can increase the result and get increase the result.
Hmm.
So we have not with the comparison. Actually, we have used both the models
Okay, so which
to
so which one giving
make
the
the
best result
predictions.
in both? Okay.
The
Hmm.
most challenging part
Okay, okay,
is
okay, fine. So okay, so
as the
what are the
data set is very
most
highly
challenging
balanced,
part or
and to
critical
get
part
the
of this project?
good accuracy in this highly balanced data set is very uh, com- uh, tough task. I would say then,
Hmm.
and to so this is the main problem of this data set. So it is okay if the person does not have a disease to classify as it has a disease, but it is very crucial when it comes to identify a person who has the disease, but it classified as it does not have a disease. Then it is, becomes a problem. So and this is the case in this data set. It has a highly balanced data set, and it becomes very important for us to classify the person who has the disease and with good accuracy.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so you are saying like data was not there was not
Yes,
quality data, or
yes.
they were not good enough data, right? So maybe you have to make lots of extra thing to process the data, then get to train on the model, right?
So
You have to make some good data. Okay, so and
bought the data set
from where
from
to get this
uh,
data? Like,
Kaggle,
can you show me
actually.
any website link? Like, we use this data.
Okay, so
Oh, okay. So is there a link you can
the link
show here in this
will
one?
be here.
So,
Just take time to close load. Okay, so it is open.
mhm. Okay. So if you have already linked directly, you can open this link. That is not concern.
This is linked to the competition where you can get the data set. Yes, these are the data set.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. It's just a data set I only want to know. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So this gigs.csv, or maybe two or three data set was there, or maybe single this all these data set. Okay. Training, testing, all data after splitting those are also available, right? Training, testing. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. And so, what are the key learning point of these projects? Like someone build this project. Okay, so what they will learn from this one. Okay, so it will be obviously what will they learning, and what are the different things. Maybe if I learn these concepts, what type of
Okay, so
project you can
the
easily
main goal of
handle.
this
So
project is
basically,
to
give
predict the person who has the
the what are
diseases
the
and more
learning of this
as accurate
project.
as
If
possible.
somebody build
So
this, so
that
what
and
they will
as
learn.
the data set is highly balanced, so the main point and the learning point of this project is to make a model that can identify as accurate as possible. So
Hmm.
many people have tried to get this, and many people have tried to overfitting the model to get the accuracy for this data set, but which is a wrong technique because
Hmm.
overfitting can work for some test data set, but it will not work for other cases. So this is a problem. So many people have done that, which is a very wrong technique to do that, and and so
Hmm.
this is the main issue, and anyone can try this to work on the data set to get the higher accuracy because which is the actually motto of this project.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, the data set.
Okay.
Yes,
So you're talking about like in this project, more of the thing was
yes,
uh,
sir.
data part, okay, fitting or whatever, data part, or maybe managing the overfitting part, that was the thing, because there was no, so have you any?
I
parameterize,
have done the
like have you
I have
used
done to before, but it
for
was not working
hypertuning or fine tuning?
as
Have
good. So
you
I have
done
used
extra thing or maybe
some
only
techniques to get
basics?
some hidden tile method to get the good model actually.
Hmm. 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 Okay, okay, okay. So can this project will be useful directly to the
Sorry.
uh, any organization for businesses, or maybe they need to, more data or more fine tune or recording. So it's a basically like a uh, we can say beginner level, not beginner level, like we first version. So I'm talking about in that term. So can this project code directly be used in some applications that somebody want to use, or maybe we have to work some extra
Yes,
to
sir.
actually work to these businesses, like some business, because the disease prediction, right? So the most of the things hospital we will use this type of project, right? So for that, so can they use this code base, or we should do some extra work? Obviously there might be
So
creating the
actually,
interfaces, but that is
the
totally
organization
different
provided
thing.
this
But
data set.
uh,
So they are
do
working
we
on
have to
to
extra
identify the
work on
disease. They are
this if
actually
we want to
working,
directly
and they
deploy
want the
this
people
model,
to
or what is the system?
create a model that can identify the disease accurately. So this is actually has an application, real application, and in the organization.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, okay. So next question is like suppose somebody build these projects, right? So based on that project, so do you have any recommendation, suggestion, like if you have if you are understanding, or if you have built this project successfully, so based on that, two or three more this type of project you can easily build. So is there something you could recommend, like if you build this type of project, so these are also different similar project you can build on that, so
So
this will be
actually, this
helpful in some
can be
area. Not I'm
useful
talking
by
about
anyone, but
industry,
for
just
beginner
I'm
level, it
talking
is
about the
to
level of the
learn.
projects,
Actually,
like
for
some
intermediate to get
related
the
projects.
advanced people to get the higher accuracy as possible. Even for the beginner, it is the same motor, but for them, it is more about learning than to get the accuracy.
Hmm.
So anyone can try and their hands on this data
Hmm.
set and this project, and it is a very good
Hmm.
data set because it has a class comparison. There is a lot of technique that one can use. I have
Hmm.
used many techniques like the genetic algorithm I have used, and it was not working as good. So then I have tried many models like get boost algorithm, and then the light
Hmm.
GBM model, and they were not working good. And I have tried the deep learning model; it was also not working. So then I have settled with this model to get the good accuracy.
Hmm. Hmm.
So similar projects I
Hmm.
have not. The,
Hmm.
some projects
Yeah,
are very
that's fine. I'm
similar.
talking
Like
about the any
the
similar
algorithm will be
project,
same.
like something like that you have
Technical
built.
process techniques and tenant circuit will be same, but it depends upon the how the data set is. Data set
Hmm.
is
Okay, okay.
then we modify it and do changes in the code
Hmm.
according to
Hmm.
that. And our techniques also.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So it's a basically, yes, yes, I agree. So basically it's a classification, right? So machine learning classification. So it's come under classification, right? Okay, so in under classification based on like data, what we have to, what the target variable, then we have to. So there is no
Yes,
any,
sir.
fixed thing based on the what will the data and what we want to predict, what is the target variables. So that things won't depend upon that. Okay, okay, fine. So yeah, I think that's all for this one. I think if you have anything more information you want to share, you can also share, like to whom you want to. Okay, I think you
More
have
difficult to
already
say
explained
this.
like to whom this
For them,
project
it
is
is
for,
more about
maybe
learning
intermediate
because
person, but as a
they
student they
don't know
can try,
much
but
techniques
there
like
might be
genetic
they
algorithm. They
face
don't know the
some
beginners level.
difficulties. Okay,
User don't know genetic
fine.
algorithms, but they can try genetic algorithm and in it to see
Hmm.
to explore the data set.
Hmm. 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 Okay. Okay, so that's all, everyone. So maybe in next video we will explain more such projects. So basically, the purpose of this project, showcasing what are the things we have built, okay, and how this also you will get more projects idea, how we are building, and also if you directly want to connect with our developer, you can also connect with our developer. They will help to build your project. So either maybe a student or developer or AIML researcher, or maybe anything, or maybe you're just a startup company or any businesses or enterprises. So basically, whoever needs some help building these projects or coding help, so we are always here to help you. You can directly connect with our developer. First you have to share your contact details, or not contact details, whatever you need to build. First you have to share your details at contact at CodersArts, and our team will further talk with you regarding that. And also, if also need discussion about certain project, maybe you have some idea, or maybe some still there might be you're not sure this thing is working or not, or this basically I'm consulting or maybe discussing the project. And also, if you have already um, created some project but they need to improve accuracy, right? So we can also help in that. So because we help in every stages of machine learning, so either it may be pre-processing part or hyper tuning, basically training the model, testing the model, or maybe any basic setup. So all this part we can directly help you. Also we can help to deploy to your projects, maybe if you need to convert this project into any app. Okay. So this was more like we are explaining what are the technical aspect of this project, and along with that we'll try to explain where we can use this type of project, and how, and moreover that also we try to get try to uh, impart some information to the student, who at least get what are the different things we should work on, and what are the different things exist in machine learning AML domain. Okay. So this was just a demo, one demo. Some next video will come with more and more demos. So I hope you will get more insight information, and if there some more information you needed, or maybe something we have missed, or maybe you're thinking we should focus on some more area or more of the depth, so you can also comment below. We'll try to get your response, and we'll try to answer your query as much as soon as possible. Okay, so that's all everyone. Thank you so much for watching this one. So let's meet in another one. Till then, keep learning.